So you're ready to start playing Sorcery Contested Realm? Well, here are 3 things you might want to keep in mind. Well, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. My name is Louie, and I hope you're having yourself a fantastic day. Today, we're going to talk about Sorcery Contested Realm. I've been teaching people how to play all weekend. I myself am getting better at the game, starting to figure out some strategies and some different things. So I wanted to share with you a few things that I think are common mistakes from people who are going into play and learn Sorcery Contested Realm. But first, I want to give you a shout out and a channel sponsor. Myself, GameGrove.gg now has Sorcery singles, so I'm really excited to do that. We've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes to set up all the cards from, the ordinary cards all the way up to the unique cards, trying to give you an opportunity and a place to get all the cards you need in one spot and reliable shipping and all that stuff. So GameGrove.gg if you're looking for Sorcery singles, and we will be trying to price match and do that kind of stuff from eBay sales to kind of keep the market fresh and make sure we're not overcharging, that kind of thing. So let me know if you have any questions about that. But now I want to get into Sorcery. So the biggest thing that I think, I guess the first thing that I think as you're getting, and let me first say this is not a how to play video, this is not a gameplay video. If you're looking for how to play, check out Hayne from Wizard's Den, his YouTube video on how to play. I'll try to link that in the comment section or the description because it's a great video. But I want to get into some common mistakes. And the first thing I think as a common mistake is not thinking logically about where and when to place your sites. And a lot of people come from Magic the Gathering and other games that are resource-based where every turn you're just kind of dropping a land down and you're not really thinking about it. And it's really easy to think that way in Sorcery and just kind of be like, oh, okay, it makes sense for me to place a site here, so I'll just do it. Rather than thinking strategically and logically about a couple turns ahead, how will that affect my game? Mainly, how can I prevent my opponent from being able to play more or as many sites that I play? And that's one of the things with the way that the grid-based game works. You can actually lock your opponent out. If your opponent's not thinking strategically about how they are placing their sites, you can actually lock them out, in which where you have a board size of 20 sections, you could have more than they can even dream of having. You can lock them into like 8 or 7 even sites, so the way that you depend on playing it. So if you are strategic in how you're playing them and your opponent is not strategic in how they are playing them, it can get really, really easy to win a game and lock your opponent out. So be strategic in your site placement. And that brings me to the second one, which is thinking in phases rather than just playing the game. And Magic the Gathering has these steps and phases of which you can and you cannot do things. And once you are done, attacking, you can then move to your second main phase. And this is a very common question I get when I'm teaching somebody to play is like, well, when does my second main phase start? And the answer is it doesn't, because you only have one main phase in which you can do all the things that you need to do. So you can actually think logically and strategically about when and where to place your site, because you can place a site and you can attack, and then you can place a site, and then you can attack again with something else, and then you can, then you can cast a minion. You can do a lot of different things in a lot of different ways, rather than being boxed into this kind of play my land, main phase, attack phase, whatever phase. So by thinking outside of the box, you're really setting yourself up for success rather than allowing yourself to get into the norm of just doing things in an order. So really stretch yourself as you're learning this game, as you're playing this game, to evaluate how you are thinking about phases and main phase and no main phase. And then the last thing that I find myself doing all the time is not utilizing the avatar's ability to move as effectively as I should. I think I often forget that the avatar gets to move around and do things, and it can, it's good for me to be using my avatar to deal damage to a 1 damage thing. There's a sense of trying to protect your life and that kind of stuff, but if I can use my avatar to take out something that is just 1 health, that's probably a good trade on my part. And so I tend to lock into this world where my avatar just kind of sits back and doesn't really interact very much. But what I've been trying to do is learn how to utilize the avatar to be, and again, intentional and thinking logically about those things. Now, there's another side of this, which is like, I found in a couple of games where I've been behind, where I've ended up losing, where I could have 3 turns ago started moving my avatar as I started noticing that my life was decreasing, or noticing that I was falling behind, or noticing that my opponent was building up to something. I could have started moving my avatar back or away from my opponent earlier, so that when I do get to death's door, I am further distance from them already. And so again, one of the things about this game that I think is really hard to understand is how to think multiple steps ahead, because there's a lot to keep track of. And so by doing some of those things, by moving your avatar, or protecting your avatar earlier, or by thinking not in phases, but just as one big open source where you can most effectively and efficiently do the things that you want to do, and by thinking logically about when and where to place your sites so you don't fall behind on the mana curve and that kind of stuff, I think you can become a much better player, and you can get a lot quicker of a learning experience in there. So I'm curious from you, those of you who have been playing for better than me or longer than me, what are some things that I'm missing? What are some other easy next step scenarios for those of us who are listening, who are just hopping into this game for the first time and haven't really played a game? So let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you are looking for singles, if you open up your boxes and you're starting to realize how large a 403 card set is, and you need some ordinaries, you need some extra, some higher level cards, hit up gamegrove.gg for those cards. Let me know your thoughts. Have yourselves a great day. Enjoy the game. Don't just collect. Don't just invest. Actually hop in and play this game, because it is absolutely amazing. We also have beta up for pre-order too. That's getting pretty close to sold out. But have yourselves a great day. Be kind to the people around you, and we'll see you again next video.